What's up? What's up? What's up? Boy BG here. Apologize for the improvised stream, unannounced. I know. Apologize, guys. I need to get better at that, and I truly do apologize. But my life is pretty hectic right now, so I have to focus on what's important, and then, if and when I have time, I do these live streams and catch up with you guys. But we'll see how many people tune in, if any. Let's hope. See one person in the chat. Hello, whoever it is. Please type a comment so that I could address you. Hey, what's up, Zach? How's it going, man? Hope all is well. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Hope everything is well with you and your loved ones. See how many more people tune in, because I would like to make this an open discussion. I want to know, what your thoughts are, and in your opinions, what Mattel could do better to stop pissing people off, man. Honestly. So we have 4 people. Okay, cool. Zach, I'm glad everything is good. Glad everything is good, brother. We have 3 other people. Please, guys, chime in, say hello so I can address you properly, man. So I normally don't, actually never do live streams on a Tuesday. I mean, the only reason I'm here right now is because my car is being worked on right now, so I'm stuck at home and I can't do anything until that problem is resolved. So that's why I'm here. So anyways, as you guys could see in the running banner, let's see, been hunting a target and Dylan's on Thursday when they restock. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have noticed that, Zach, targets have different restock dates, and even though supposedly they get new shipments on Thursday, I mean, it doesn't mean that they always get Hot Wheels or what us as collectors are looking for. So, but yeah, that's good, man. I hope you're finding some good stuff out there, brother. I'm working on a hunting video. As a matter of fact, it's pretty much done. I just need to do some last minute editing, and then it'll be good to go. But for now, I just wanted to talk about this right here. Yeah, because I mean, it's very, very it's been frustrating. I don't know if you guys saw Aaron. What's up, man? Let me read this comment real quick. Zach Attack says my targets restock on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Okay, cool. Aaron says, it sucks, but my solution was stop collecting the new stuff. Been selling off all my newer stuff, plus building 1995 4Runner. The state of the hobby isn't fun for me anymore. I'll stick to... Let's see, it's a pretty long comment. Oh, I'm surprised it doesn't show the whole comment, but anyway, let me see if I could scroll down. They're actually up. Let's see. Okay, there it is. So it sucks, but my solution was stop collecting the new stuff. I've been selling off all my newer stuff. Plus, I've been building a 1985 4Runner. The state of the hobby isn't fun for me anymore. I'll stick to... I don't know what you meant to say there, buddy, but yeah. Well, sorry to hear that, man. And to be honest with you, I don't blame you. Let's see. Aaron Scott, 80s and 90s era. Okay, cool. Yeah, Aaron, it's good that you're doing that. You know, it's better to have a unique collection than to have a collection that most people already have. Like, you know, Mustang Hunter, for example, you know, he started off with Mustangs, then he diverted for that for a little bit. You know, he started collecting a little bit of everything. Then, you know, he just recently he decided to just stick to Mustangs altogether, which is good. You know, he does make a very good point because that way, I mean, not only will you save yourself some money and frustration, you know, going to the stores and not finding, you know, the latest and greatest stuff out there. Um, but yeah, I mean, you'll have a unique collection. Aaron wouldn't let me type in. You know what? Let me. No worries, brother. Let me paste this little. Get rid of this here. Boom. So here's a link. That's I don't get into RLC. Yep. So the conversation is heading in that direction right now. Aaron, definitely all my extra time and money is going to my 1-1 scale build. Nice, nice. All right, guys. So here is the link to the stream. Again, you know, I would like to make it an open discussion. I want to get your feedback because honestly, you know, it's something that it needs to hopefully reach, you know, a broader audience and you know, Mattel in particular. So pretty sure you guys know who Derek is. Actually, you know what? Let me start by saying this. Full disclaimer: what I'm about to say is solely my opinion. It's not factual. It's not, you know, I'm not saying that's how things are or whatever. It's solely my opinion. Okay. So hopefully nobody gets offended. Hopefully, you know, I'm just giving my opinion and giving some constructive criticism as to how, you know, Mattel could do better. So here we go. At work, it's too loud. DM, I wish I could maybe next time, but listening to with Bluetooth. Okay, no problem, bro. Thank you for being here. Yeah, like I said, guys, you know, unfortunately, I'm stuck at home. My car is being worked on, but all right, guys. So pretty sure you guys know Derek over at Honest Diecast. You know, he recently held a live, and he was talking about how our RLC, you know, well, Mattel recently pissed off a lot of collectors, rightfully so. Also, he pretty much summarized and gave his opinion of Prelude Boy 99 mine's video. Pretty sure you guys know who he is. If you guys don't, then go check him out. Preload Boy 99. So Preload Boy 99 made a video, you know, pretty much, you know, voicing his frustration. I'm gonna call it that, you know, respectfully. So voicing his frustration about the RLC, RLW Porsche, who everybody, myself included, wanted to get. However, because of my past experiences with Mattel Creations website, you know, I knew I didn't have a standing chance, so I didn't even try, to be honest with you. So here's the thing, guys. For those of you who are starting out in this hobby, for those of you who have been collecting for a while, I already know or should know that the Hot Wheel brand holds a lot of weight, man. It has a lot of freaking weight, which is why when RLC or Mattel, you know, releases a new car, a hot car, in this case, the RWB Porsche, you know that everybody and their grandma is going to want it. Okay, the problem is, it's limited. They limited to 40,000 castings, right? And it's two, and they allowed two cars per household. So here's the problem with that. Okay, let's say Mattel only sells 40,000 RLC memberships per year. Okay, so that means that your chances, and I'm just speaking hypothetically, okay, that means that if you have an RLC membership, the chances of getting that RLC exclusive you've been waiting for has just been cut in half, because let's face it, guys. I mean, this car, this Porsche that just came out recently, in case you haven't seen it, let me pull it up. I took a screenshot of it. So this guy right here. Okay, so let's say Mattel sells 40,000 memberships per year. Okay, and it's two per member. Again, so that in a casting like this, everybody's gonna want two castings, man. So that means that only 20,000 people are gonna get that car, and the other 20% are going to be SOL. So here's the thing. I mean, I honestly think that the best way to fix this would be for Mattel to limit the number of RLC memberships, and if they don't, well, let me rewind a little bit. I think Mattel should limit RLC memberships to, let's say, I don't know, what would be a good number? Let's say 50,000, let's say 60,000. Okay. And those who were able to get the RLC membership should be guaranteed a car. Okay, so they for some reason they decided to discontinue overdrive. To me, that was just a money grab, man. Because I mean, those who have the RLC membership and the overdrive membership, I mean, that diluted the chances of people getting the cars that they want even more. That's just simple math, guys. I mean, numbers don't lie. So in my opinion, those who have, let's say Mattel decides to do the overdrive thing again. I mean, they should make it very clear that only those who have the overdrive membership will be guaranteed a car. Guaranteed for sure. None of this, okay, well, not, I really, really hate it when Mattel pulls the rug right under us. Even though we went through all the proper steps, buying the car, we got the confirmation that the car was purchased, and blah 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 blah. And a day or two, or sometimes within hours, we get that email that we all hate to see or receive. Oh, sorry, we made a mistake. We oversold cars, and we didn't realize it. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to refund you the money. So, again, guys, it sucks. New collectors, us old collectors, those of us who have been collecting for a while, we all know that the Hot Wheels brand has a lot of weight. So people are, people go after these RLC exclusives, especially that RWB, because there's money to be made. I don't know if you guys have gone to like eBay, the eBay and other, Mercari and other OfferUp and all the other third-party resellers out there. I mean, they're going for about $200. That's the average price I've been seeing for one. So the only hold on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. So, in my opinion, the only thing Mattel did was, when they started this whole overdrive thing, Mattel pissed, if people were already upset, Mattel pissed people off even more, because the only drive they created was more FOMO. I don't know, and you guys could tell me if I'm right or wrong about this. Hey, what's up, Scar Bunny? How's it been, man? How you been? The possible Pokemon collab has a problem with scalpers, mainly with a possible RLC with exclusive Pokemon card. Yeah. Scalpers are everywhere, unfortunately, and that's again, guys. The only thing, in my opinion, is the only thing Mattel did or caused with them creating this overdrive membership, whatever. Number one was a money grab, right off the bat. Number two, the only thing it drove was FOMO. So of course, people who buy these, RLC exclusives, they didn't mind, paying the extra $100 or whatever it was to get it, because in their mind, it's like, okay, it's $100, it's for the whole year, and if there were going to be, several highly sought after RLC exclusives that were gonna, that people were gonna could easily flip, for 3, 4 times, 5 times the money. Of course, people, weren't gonna mind paying those $100. So, Prelude Boy 99, I hear you, bro. I feel your frustration. I get it. Again, that's why for me, the last straw was when the Toyota Supra, I believe that's what it was, this in Sonic Blue. I really, really wanted that car. And again, I mean, that was the third and final straw for me, because it happened to me before. So when I didn't get that car, I was like, that's it. I'm done with RLC. I'm done, man. No, never again. And I believe I reached out to the community, and I did ask for help. I was willing to trade for it or even buy it at a reasonable price. Till now, nobody has reached out to me and say, "Hey, man, I got one for you," or whatever. So I'm like, you know what, man? And to be honest with you, if somebody were to, well, I can't really say that 100%, but I would say that if somebody I don't know, or I'm not cool with in the community, were to reach out and say, "Hey, Adrian, I got one for you," I mean, more than likely they were gonna, they're gonna want the get the upper hand, have the upper hand. Say, "Hey, you want this? This is what I want. I want some money, and I want, this a super, and or something like that." It's happened. It's happened to me in the past. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen a video that I did a while back ago regarding a certain person who I had a problem with, and unfortunately, people are greedy, and they're always going to want the upper hand. So again, Preload Boy 99, I'm with you. I agree with just about. I agree with most of what you said. Okay, and Derek, thank you for summarizing Prelude 99's video and giving your take as to what happened. I know that, as you all know, Derek is a huge Porsche fan, and he really, really, really wanted to get his hands on two of them, man. And because of the whole Mattel Creations website situation, the bots or whatever, he couldn't get them. So, but give me a second, guys. Give me a second. There it was, running low on juice, so I had to connect it. So I had to connect the power source. So, anyways, yeah, thank you to both of you guys. Again, Preload Boy 99. I understand, and trust me, man. I threw the towel about a year and a half ago because of this BS that because Mattel can't get their ish together, to put it that way, with that. And Derek, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I know you really, really wanted this car, being a Porsche fan and all. And I'm pretty sure that somebody will help you out with that particular casting eventually, man. So, I wish I could have been that person. Unfortunately, because of my past history, my past experience with Mattel Creations, I didn't even try, bro. But I wish you the best of luck, and I'm pretty confident that somebody will help you out with it eventually. So, all right. So, again, Prelude Boy 99 also mentioned something about Lamley. And Lamley, if you're watching this, again, this is just my opinion. I don't know what your I don't know what your relationship is with Mattel. I don't know if you have any contractual obligations with Mattel or not. But personally, I've never thought or seen. I never thought of Lamley being a voice for the diecast community. I really don't. Um, I think he's more of an advertising marketing um, partner. I mean, that, in my opinion, that's what he's always been. Because as Prelude Boy 99 has mentioned, when he does he gets these cases from, or certain castings from Mattel directly, and he does his showcase and reviews and stuff like that. He's never, he's very, very careful about what he says. He doesn't give in. He's not critical especially in a negative way. And I mean, that to me says that there is some kind of contractual, thing going on between him and Mattel. But as far as Lamley being a voice for the diecast community, I don't think that's the case. And that got when he said that, that got me thinking, bingo, that's exactly what we need. We don't have that. I mean, of course, we have a lot of people, talking about Mattel and doing showcases and, showing what's coming and stuff like that. And it's appreciated, but at the same time, as Derek and Prelude Boy 99 alluded to, it creates more hype, it creates more FOMO, and it drives scalpers to go out there and do what they do. Okay, so that's my opinion. So yeah, as far as as far as having a champion, having an, that's what we need. We need someone. We need an ambassador, pretty much a champion, someone who could go to Mattel and speak on behalf of the community and say, hey, you know, this is the feedback I'm getting from the community. Because if you go to, Lamley, pretty much he's not critical of the product. He pretty much relies on the comment or the feedback he gets, whenever he showcases a product, right? He doesn't really go to Mattel and give his own 2 cents. Doesn't give his true feelings or thoughts about the product itself. And I get it. I mean, he wants, I don't know what his relationship is Mattel. As far as I understand it, he's just a good advertising, marketing, vessel, tool, whatever you want to call it, for Mattel. But yeah, we definitely need somebody to go to bat for us and speak on our behalf and say, hey, this is what needs to be done, and this is what the diecast community feels about or thinks would fix this problem. We need somebody like that, man. We really, really do. So, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but yeah. So let's see. Looks like we should have. Yeah, guys. So again, if anybody wants to chime in, type in a comment. Just tell me what you think, or even better, if you could hop on and tell me, share your thoughts, because if Lamley is it, if Lamley is the guy who quote unquote speaks on the diecast community's behalf, he's not doing a very good job. And again, I never thought of Lamley being the guy, the champion ambassador who spoke on behalf. I never thought of him that way. But again, there are varying opinions. In this case, Prelude Boy 99, who has a different opinion, and that's fine. Maybe he knows something I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know Lamley personally. I think I've only interacted with him one time. All I know is that he doesn't work for Mattel. At least that's what he told me. He told me that he was in the pharmaceutical business. That is what he told me. Maybe he just, he probably just does this on the side. I don't know. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think, man. I mean, I really think that somebody needs to go to bat for us. We need we need an ambassador. We really need somebody who, sit with Mattel, have a serious conversation, or even better, why doesn't Mattel have like an open panel? It could be online, an open panel, a town hall, whatever you want to call it, and have collectors voice their opinions right then and there. I think that'll be even better, because that way there'll be varying opinions from people from all walks of life, whom Mattel could definitely benefit from, because they could pick our brains and say, hey, okay, maybe that's what we need. I think that would be much better, rather than I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, I mean, Mattel definitely needs to fix the whole Mattel Creations website. I don't know what it is. I don't know how people on the third party, these third party selling sites, the eBays, the whatnots, the Mercaris, the OfferUps of the world are already selling these cars, and they're guaranteeing that they bought them and then that they're on their way to them. So, there's definitely there's definitely a problem. There's definitely a problem with the Mattel Creations website. And, it still baffles me that after all this time, this has been years and years and years of people complaining, having different, problems like this where, we actually buy the, hey, what's up, Mr. Shades? How's it going? People having, some kind of an issue, having their transactions canceled because of overproduction issues, and I just don't get it. I mean, I'm sure they have the resources to do it. Who knows? Maybe it's people within Mattel, knowing that there's a lot of hype for these cars. They I don't know, guys. I don't want to say too much about how I feel or what I think, because it's just my personal theory, my personal opinion. But it's very obvious that's Mattel has to fix this problem. They have to, man, because they're all they're doing is they're just pissing people off. People are turning to other brands, and understandably so. But then again, the only reason people keep going back to Mattel is because Mattel always finds a way to lure collectors back. I shared this in my previous live stream. Just when you think you're going to throw the towel, Mattel comes up with a new premium release that everybody wants, like the new Fast and Furious, the Japan Historics, what's the other hot one, of course, Boulevards. Those are always very popular. Now we have the Euro Speed, because of the LaFerrari. What's the other one? I forgot. There's just, it never ends. It never ends, man. So again, guys, if those of you who plan to start collecting Hot Wheels, be prepared. Get yourselves mentally prepared to be disappointed. Number one, always, don't walk into a store, or if your sole focus is RLCs, be mentally prepared to be disappointed a lot, because there is a huge flaw, and there has been a huge flaw with Mattel RLC's website for a very, very, very long time. Even with the whole CAPTCHA thing, there's still a problem. So Mr. Shea says, how are you, sir? Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, what's up, buddy? I hope all is well. Still don't know your name. I wonder who you are, man. Is it Skip? Or is it Skip's hunting partner? Or perhaps Rafa? I don't know. I can't put a face to your nickname there. What's up, Dane? How's it going? Dame Cell says it would be nice if they fix it, but they're never going to. See, this is why I think, Dane. And again, this is just my opinion. Mattel knows that a lot of people are going to go after certain exclusives, because they're going to be, there's money to be made. They're going to flip them. So I mean, who's to say that some people within Mattel are doing this? Because of what we're saying. It's like, okay, there's going to be 40,000 out there. So by them allowing two castings per membership or per household or whatever, or no, it's two per membership. So now here's another thing. Let's say it's okay. So two per household. Let's say there's five people in that household with a membership. So that dilutes the chances of anybody else getting that one car everybody wants. It goes from 20,000, and let's say out of those 40,000 memberships. Again, guys, I'm just being hypothetical here. So let's say each and every one of those, let's say a good portion of, let's say 20,000, let's say a good portion of those people, let's say 8,000 people. If 8,000 people have an RLC membership, if 8,000 people with, let me see, how can I put this? If 8,000 people that have 8,000 people in a household of 5 RLC memberships, that dilutes your chances of getting that RLC car you want so badly even more. So it goes from 20,000 if RLC limits it to 5, or that dilutes it from, it goes from 20,000 to only 8,000 people having that car. And sure enough, because it's a highly sought after car, people are gonna turn around and flip them. I mean, look at that RWB Porsche. It's already going. I haven't seen it. The cheapest I've seen it go for right now is about $200. So that's crazy, man. Dane Self says they need to do pre-orders. Dane, honestly, I don't think that would in part solve the problem, but not by much, because there's been problems even with pre-ordered cars. In my opinion, it should be one car. It should be one car per household who gets one. But then again, people are going to find ways around that too. We all have extended family members, right? Or we have people within our nuclear family. We all have a brother, we have a sister. Like, hey man, can you get this membership? I'll give you the money, and when such date comes out, I'll let you know if you could hop in there and get this car for me. So people find a way around everything, man. And that's I don't think, again, Dane, it's a good idea. I think it'll somewhat solve the problem, but not by much. But yeah, it's definitely definitely going to be a never-ending problem for Mattel. They're pissed, definitely, obviously they're pissing a lot of people off, and people are turning to other brands, even if it means spending a little bit more money, but at least they know that they're going to get the casting that they want, because people don't care very much for, let's say, a mini GT or a tarmac or a Kaido house, brands like that. Very good quality, much better details, but because of the fact that the Hot Wheels brand holds a lot of weight, it has a lot of weight, man, and over time it can have a lot of value. Collectors know this. That's why it's worth it for them to pay those extra $100 for that overdrive membership, which my understanding, it's no Mattel's doesn't offer that anymore. So people like that, they don't mind those paying those extra $100 plus whatever, the extra $10 for the membership. It's worth it to them, man, because they know they're going to make their money back in what 2 or 3 sales that they make, if not even one, maybe even one, depending on what depending on what casting it is. So yeah, I mean, Mattel, really, you're the only thing you did, in my opinion, is you guys just you just opened Pandora's box, man. I mean, you just created, instead of solving the problem, you guys made the problem even worse. You're definitely pissing a lot of collectors off. If this continues, it's gonna get to the point where your market share is going to continue to dilute more and more and more and more and more. And the only people to blame are yourselves, because you can't get your ish together. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to, guys. And yeah, as Derek and many of us have said in the past, it's like, in part, in part, the problem is these highly inflated prices for these cars, man. It's people who pay highly inflated prices that help drive the situation, make the situation even worse. Why? Because it's they know it's a highly sought after car. They know that over time it could not maintain its value, if not even go higher. And if and when they decide to flip it themselves, whoever buys these cars, if they decide to flip these cars themselves, they know that they're going to get their money back, one way or another. So yeah, guys. So that's my my opinion on the whole Mattel RLC, the overdrive situation. Which I'm kind of glad, it's is no longer a thing. But again, the only thing I did was create more FOMO. Just made things more harder for people who who really want these cars, because they collect that particular casting. They don't care about getting that car to turn around and flip it. But because there are people who could make that could make 3 to 4 times more money than what they paid for that particular car, it's worth it to them to go to whatever extreme, to get those cars. May it be bots, may it be paying that overdrive, $100 overdrive thing. So yeah, guys, that's my take. That's how I feel about it. Trust me, I feel your frustration. And if Mattel really wants to fix this, they need a good ambassador, or at least have like an open town hall or open forum, and have collectors of all walks of life, chime in, give them an opportunity to express, to voice their opinion, their feelings, their concerns, whatever. I mean, not just on, they not just on voting for freaking, wheels on a car, or, that's cool. But, what about the real issue at hand? That's what we need. We need a champion that's going to go to bat for us and speak speak up for us and really, really, voice our concerns. If that doesn't happen, you know, it's it it's not this problem is not gonna it's never gonna get fixed. And in my personal opinion, being that it's been going on for this long, and Mattel hasn't figured it out or chooses to turn a blind eye to the situation, that us collectors um, uh, feel or go through, or are, I don't know. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. I really, really don't know what to say. It's crazy. I mean, how can a company so large, so huge, like Mattel, not care about their collectors, about their customers? And also, not only that, but us content creators pretty much help sell their product for them. You know, no commission, no nothing. We go out there, we hunt. Some of us showcase a product, do reviews. Uh, uh, some people do, some people like Derek and who's the other guy? Good friend of Derek's. Sorry, bro, I forgot your name. I forgot his name, but yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen him in Derek's live streams. But yeah, he goes all out. When he does reviews, when he does showcases. Um, yeah, it's people like that, who are really, really dedicated to what we do. We don't do this for the money. Hey, what's up, Subi? How's everything? So yeah, we're just talking about this whole RLC ordeal that happened recently, man. And I don't know if you I don't know if you went after it, Subi. I know you've had success um, buying these RLCs, man. But you know, good man. But yeah, I know Derek really wanted to get his hands on two. I'm pretty sure he would have been happy with one, but he was shooting for two. Um, but yeah, so that's what we're talking about, and yeah, I would really like to know more of how you guys feel. I know Dane already, voiced his opinion, and yeah, that would be good. But I'm like, come on, Mattel, you really, really, you have the resources to do it. I know you do. I know you do. Why can't you fix the darn problem, dude? Why? Subi says, yeah, normally I've been able to score. This was the first time I was not able to get that one I was going after. Yeah. See, there you go. There you go. And see, Subi gave me some pointers. So apparently, if you save your payment information and stuff like that, when you go through the checkout process, right, which is the final step after after you go through the waiting line and it's your turn to pay. If you have your payment information saved, there's a very good chance that you could get that one car you really, really want. But see, Subi has his payment information saved up, and even then, he still had a problem. So Paul says, I don't go after too many RLCs. Yeah, like I said, Paul, I mean, I had my fair share of, well, I'm not going to say my fair share of disappointments, but I just threw the towel after that Toyota, that Sonic Blue Supra that came out. What was it? A few months ago? Was it a few months ago or late last year? I don't remember. But I really, really wanted that Supra, man, and you know, freaking Mattel, pulled the freaking rug on under me, just like they did with that Chevy SS, that Chevy truck a while back ago that James gave me. Let me see if I have it to show you guys. Yeah, no, I don't have it here, but But yeah, that truck, same thing. I was able to get it, and then I think the next day or whatever, I don't remember. It was at least a year and a half ago when that happened. Freaking Mattel sends me that email. Sorry, your order has been canceled due to blah 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 problem. Super Diecast, yeah. Even then, even with the shop pay option, lots were yeah, yeah. That's what we're talking about, and I think that's it's obvious. It's obvious that that website is flawed, man. It's obvious, and for me, it's hard for me to fathom that a large company like Mattel, with with lots of resources, can't figure out, can't figure it out, can't get it right. You know, they think, oh, let's add this captcha thing. Oh, let's add this feature to see if it'll help. That's not gonna solve the problem. You know, in my opinion is sell limited memberships per year. Only one car per household, uh, regardless of who they have who has a membership or not. Only one car per person per household can get that car and should be guaranteed that car. But that's not what it is, because lots of people are paying the $10 for the for the membership, and a good car comes out that they really really want, or want to go after, they can't get because of this whole situation. So yeah, but I mean, I do get what some of you guys here are saying. Like, oh, they should number them. No, they should pre-order. They should pre-order the orders or what have you. But again, in my experience, even then, that there's been problems and people have complained about that too. So hey, what's up, Valerio? How's it going? I hope all is well. ¿Qué tal, amigo? Those of you who don't know, Valerio is from Brazil, so he's just saying what's up. So thank you for tuning in. So yeah, guys. So that is all I have to say about that. And again, Derek, I'm sorry you lost out on that car, man. I really wish I could have. I could have been the one to help you out. I would have gladly given up one of those cars for you to have in your collection. But yeah, guys. I mean, don't be disappointed. There are other brands out there, which is good. And yeah, there are other options out there. Who makes some good cars. Of course, you have Tarmac, you have Mini GT, you have who else? You have Time Micro, you have 164, you have Pop Race. There's many different options that make better, more detailed quality. I don't know about maybe, but I mean, if as far as details, you could get more bang for your buck. If you're willing to spend a little bit more money, or if you're willing to to not solely be married to the Hot Wheels brand. I mean, if your sole intention is to flip your cars in the long in the long run, then what can I say? I mean, you win some, you lose some, but I mean, it's always better to be in this hobby, from a collector standpoint, rather than a scalper, flipper, reseller standpoint. See what Subi says. Ignition model makes some gorgeous RWSB too. Yes, very true. See, there you go, guys. I mean, there's so many different options. I mean, if you just go to eBay and type in, whatever car you're looking for, you'll find that there are so many different cool diecast brands out there. That you may pay about the same or a little more, sometimes even twice as much, but you're getting a very, very good, highly detailed car, like from like every part, every component of those cars, are highly detailed. The engine bay, some of them have opening parts. They have the alloy wheels, the treaded wheels with lettering, all that jazz, man. So yeah, man. I mean, don't be disappointed, guys. Hey, what's up, Dynasty Diecast? We're just talking about he's at work, been lurking and listening. Yeah. So yeah, HD. I'm just pretty much giving my take as to what Prelude Boy 99, voicing his frustration about the recent RLC, and of course, giving some props to you for giving your take and for summarizing the video for us. Great job, man. But yeah, man, I'm sorry, man. I know you. That's the one car, you really, really wanted to get your hands on, and unfortunately, because Mattel can't get their ish together, or you lost out on it. Even Subi. So Subi says that he's had luck for the most part, and even then he had a problem. So yeah, you're welcome, bro. You're welcome. I wish you were off today, bro. I would really, really love to have you on, but yeah, I understand. You know, you're at work. My car is being worked on. My starter went kaput, so it's at the Ford dealership right now. So that's gonna get taken care of. But yeah, other than that, man, that's why I'm here. It's nice to be home. It is nice to be home. I mean, I'm always busy doing this, doing that, mostly working. But yeah, honest, I guess, yeah, RLC. That's when there's where I'm at. Yeah, yeah, man. I know it's gonna take a while for you to get over that, Derek. And I don't know how long you've been listening to the strap, but I really wish I could have gotten one for you, bro. I would have sent it to you, no questions asked, no trade, no nothing. You know me, bro. I'm not that type of person, man. If I have something that I know you need or you collect, I'll send it to you, man. I don't expect anything. Let's see. Paul says, I only go after the Mopar RLC, so I usually don't have that problem. See, that is a plus of being a more Mopar fan. But if it's someone like me who also likes European cars, like the Porsches, the Lamborghinis, the Bugattis of the world, you're gonna run into this problem, and you're gonna be very, very disappointed. But yeah, there is a plus side, to being a Mopar or a domestic diecast collector, for sure. Paul is at work also. Nice, man. Well, I hope I hope I don't get you guys in trouble, man. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. It's like, oh no, I'm over it. Trust me. Appreciate it. Yeah, Adrian. Yeah. Yeah, it just sucks, man. It just sucks because as you've alluded so many times before, Derek, it's like a lot of people go after these things because they know there's value, right? And people like you who is a Porsche fan, and that's your, well, I don't know, you're a Porsche fan, right? And you really, really want this car. I mean, you really wanted to get one or a couple of them, one to customize and the other one to keep as is. Um, it sucks for people like you because now if you really, really want your hands on that car, you have to rely on someone in the community who could help you out with one. Unfortunately, I'm you know I'm not that guy. You have to rely on someone in the community who could help you with that, or if or you're, I don't know if you're willing to fork out whatever people on the third market are asking for it. It's crazy, man. It really sucks, and I'm with you, bro. I understand Prelude Boy too. I really understand. And again, man, I mean, I threw the towel a long time ago when that Sonic Blue Toyota Supra came out. I went through every step of the way, and then I think the next day, or no, about an hour later, man, I got that freaking notification. The sale couldn't get through. I mean, you go through all this hassle to get what you want, and then just out of the blue, you get that freaking some kind of notification. Oh, your sale of a transaction was canceled. You'll be refunded whatever you paid for the car. We're sorry for the inconvenience. Blah 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 blah. Well, we appreciate getting the money back, Mattel, but it's still, it still doesn't stop. It still doesn't really heal, the pain. I mean, like, come on, guys, get your ish together, man. Giant nope. Not gonna pay 118 price for anything. Yeah, yeah. Derek has been very vocal about that, and I get it. I mean, you can't go wrong with 118s or 124s. You get much better, uh, much better quality and detail for your money. Static Crispy, what's up, bro? I haven't seen you in a while, bro. How's it going, dude? I think I saw you in. I think I saw you about a month ago, right, on one of Derek's stream. But good to see you, man. I usually don't hold live streams on a Tuesday. My car's at the shop. Most of you already heard about that. But Static, I know you're just tuning in, but yeah, that's why I'm holding this live stream right now. Cars in the shop. Those of you guys already know I do gig work for a living. Walmart Spark, Uber Eats. That's where my bread and butter is. When my starter went kaput, and that's getting taken care of. So no big deal. Yeah, it's good to see you, bro. Is that a crispy Derek? What up, bro? It's amazing how time flies by, man. I remember when Static was about, I don't know, 12, 13 years old, and he's tuned into our live streams, especially Derek's, and now he's, if I'm guessing correctly, you're about 18 years, or you're 18 years old right now, right, Brian? Wow, you already drive and everything, bro. It's like, geez, man. Honest Diecast says, yeah, the refunds show how far Mattel. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's so freaking frustrated, dude. Static. Oh man, I love 118s so much. Been focusing on getting more of them. Yeah. I don't blame you, Static Crispy. I mean, I wish I had the space for them, but I don't. So that's why I stick with 164. I occasionally I'll pick up a 133 or 132 scale, occasionally it depends on the casting. I do have the only 124s I have are the Fast and Furious. Those are the only ones I have. Not all of them. I only have the ones that I really, really want. I do have 118 scale that James gave me about 2 months ago. He sent it to me. It's like, what the hell, dude? I wasn't expecting this. So yeah, man. Static says, yeah, been what's up, bro? Been chilling, hanging around. Okay, cool. 19. Jeez. Time flies, man. Don't say that, Static. You're making us feel old. Making us feel older than we already are, dude. Jeez. I'll be 53 in December. Come December 9th, I'll be 53 years old. Jeez, man. Time flies. The only one I haven't seen or heard from for a while is Nismo. I don't know what's up with that guy, man. Last I heard, he was he enrolled in some kind of a trade school or something. But yeah, Paul says, yeah, time flies. I remember playing with my Hot Wheels in the dirt. Imagine that with an RLC. Yep. Subi Diecast says, I just got into that 118 rabbit hole. Hope it's not. Yeah, well, if you guys have the space for 118s, I highly recommend it. I'm not a huge fan of them, again, for obvious reasons. I don't have much room, but yeah, I mean, if you have the space for it, definitely, that's a very good option. That way they're easier to find. Yes, you might pay, a little more here and there, but depending on the casting, but I mean, at least you'll get a very nice, detailed, high quality, car that you could enjoy and appreciate for years to come. So, hey Brian, just do us a favor and don't go around falling any more stairs or. Oh man, I still remember that video, dude. I mean, I'm glad you're okay. It sucks that you fell, and I think you tweaked your wrist or broke your elbow or something. I forgot what it was. It's been a while, but yeah, man, that was funny, dude. Subi, I just got into. Okay, cool. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much all I have. I just wanted to give my 2 cents to that whole ordeal. I'm sure many people are talking about it. Many people are frustrated about it. But yeah, Mattel definitely needs to get their ish together. We do need to have an ambassador or a better ambassador, because if Lamley is it, I didn't know about it, and if he is supposed to be that guy, then he's doing a very bad job of representing us collectors for sure. Let's see, Static Crispy. I've gotten a good chunk of my 118s from marketplace, mainly from collectors at thrift stores and trading. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you'll be surprised what you could find at thrift stores. I really don't go to them because a lot of people, there's a lot of competition in my area, and a lot of people know where to go. So it's cool. Plus I don't know. I mean, again, as much as I would love to have get into the 118 scale game, I really can't, man. I don't have the room. I would love to, but I don't have the room for them. See, Static remembers how that happened. Oh man, it sounded pretty painful, bro. I mean, again, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad that it wasn't worse. But yeah, man, I mean, don't go. Just be careful, bro. I mean, don't go crazy trying to do something. Yeah, doing your videos. I mean, it's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. So, anyways, guys, that is all I have. I was hoping that somebody would. Was really hoping for to have a dialogue. I was hoping for somebody to a brave soul to hop in and share their opinions as to what Mattel can do to fix this problem. Because I mean, it seems like it's never going to end. It almost seems that Mattel doesn't want to fix the problem. So whatever, man. If Mattel starts losing market share, they start pissing people off. They have nothing else to blame but themselves. I know, Derek. I know, bro. I know you're working. So, but yeah, I appreciate it, man. I do look forward to your next live stream. I've been here for about an hour and 10 minutes. I think I've said enough. I thank you guys for tuning in. Again, Lamley, Mattel, it's only an opinion. I'm not trying to be, an a-hole, with saying for voicing my opinion. But things could definitely be better. So let me just finish these comments. Also, that whole RLC thing is just crazy and just so Hence why I don't really get any RLC cards for that reason yet. I would love, yeah, no problem, Paul. We will do it. We will get together sometime for sure. Yeah, I need to start doing these live streams more on a more regular basis. And again, guys, I'm just trying to, get caught up on some things. I'm getting close, but once I get caught up on some things, then I'll be more at peace, and I'll have a little bit more time to do these live streams and hang out with you guys. Static Crispy says better things out there in the world of collecting cars for the same price or loss. As collectors, that's our only solace. The fact that there are so many different options out there. Things that you could get for about the same, and I'm talking RLC price category here. So many cool things that you could get. Better quality, more detail. So, honest, like I says, how to get things so we can. Yeah, no problem, bro. Yeah, like I said, Derek. Yeah, I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. It's just I'm getting there. So hopefully everything's pans out quick. Crispy. I'm after cars with rubber wheels. Nice. Good old Static, man. Tarmac Works has some nice RW. Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's so many cool different brands out there, man. Even some unlicensed castings out there. Who gives a ish? I mean, if they're cool, who cares? They look good. They roll more. First and foremost, who cares if they're licensed or not? I think people, if you see a casting, I'm pretty sure you'll get, we all get the gist. Collectors would know, oh, okay, that's a cool Porsche or that's a cool Skyline. Who cares if it's, officially licensed or not? As long as it's cool and it rolls and you like it, looks good in your collection, that's all that matters. Static Crispy says, I get the unlicensed cars just for the builds because they're having a cool set of hot rods on them. Yeah, there you go. Hey, there's different strokes for different folks, right? Pantaloon TV. My biggest problem with RLC Tampo headlights. Most diecast look better with plastic silicone headlights. Yeah, and I think that was one of the aside for the obvious I think that was one of the biggest complaints from collectors. Derek being one of them. It doesn't have the lens headlights, which is pretty shocking because there are some premium castings that Mattel has done with those that do have those lens headlights, and you couldn't do that on RLC. Come on, man. That's the one casting that's supposed to be the creme of the crop of your brand, and you give us some lame, freaking Tampo headlights. Come on, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. It's probably my service advisor at Ford letting me know that my car is ready. So we'll see what happens, man. Yeah. Yep. I couldn't have said it any better myself, Derek. Lame boo sheet. Yep. For sure, man. For sure. All right, guys. I'm going to let you guys go. Going on an hour and 20 minutes. Thanks again for tuning in. Brian, it was a pleasure seeing you, man. Maybe I should do my live streams on Tuesday. I think I've seen. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not that. Maybe not such a good idea after all. But yeah, I mean, the one thing for sure is I definitely need to be more consistent. That's for sure. Definitely need to be more consistent. But yeah, guys, let me get caught up on some things, and then I'll be more. I'll definitely be more active on live streams. But I do try. I mean, at least I try to partake in people's live streams, especially Derek's live streams. So, is that a crispy later? I'll catch you next time. See you, brother. Same to you, Brian. Like I said, bro. I mean, it's always great having you around. I mean, I can't believe you're already 19, bro. Jeez, time flies. Time flies, man. But congratulations to you. I hope all is well. I'm pretty sure everything's going good with you, and good luck on your on finding those 118s and stealing the wheels off of them and putting them on other cars and whatever it is that you like doing nowadays. All right, guys. You guys take care, man. Peace. Love you all.